Tundra. That is pretty much north on the world. Now there's first the deciduous forest with a lot of different trees, then there's the coniferous forest, where it's so long, so cold, they're just fir trees basically standing. And then gradually these fir trees, they're getting less and less, and then they're just some Arctic willows and birch trees. And then basically just some lichens, some mosses, but many flowers, mosses, many flowers, and just shrubs, cranberry and cloudberry, and that is the tundra region. So after the coniferous forest, that is already so cold that only fir trees are growing, gradually it goes over to the tundra region, and that goes on until there's just the ice. And sometimes in the summer, the water on the top is thawing, but it stays all the time frozen in the ground, so the water cannot drain properly away, and there's a lot of flooding from it. And the ground is unstable. It is oftentimes debris from the retreating ice sheets, so sandy and so on. And there are harsh winds coming from the north down. It is long cold. The plants have a short life cycle, sometimes just 3-4 weeks. The summers are very short. And where is it? It is in the north, around the pole, around the North Pole. So it is in Northern America, in Alaska, the United States of America. It is in Canada in the north, very much in the north of a coniferous forest. And this is in Greenland, so Danish Greenland, at the outside of the southern part of Greenland. The rest is ice sheet of Greenland. Then it is in Scandinavia, in Europe, in Norway, Sweden, Finland. Then it is in Russia in the north. And there it is Tundra. And that is according to the Reader's Digest Library of Modern Knowledge, Book 3, Part 22, Regions of the Earth, written by Hugh Clayton, John Coyle, Michael Frenchman, and D.H. Sinclair, on the pages 1084 and 1085. Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn climatology. Today, Tundra. And after we've done that, we're going to do martial arts basics training. And if you participate in the martial arts basics training, then it's valid hours. Tundra. Between the great coniferous forests of North America and Eurasia, and the lands of permanent ice and snow, to the north lies the tundra. Okay, the coniferous forest, we did it already. These are trees, and they are growing more or less in moderate regions in Europe and North America and in southern part of Russia. And central Russia also. And now the tundra lies north of these. So it's not warm enough for this deciduous forest. It's more north, but not as far north to the ice caps. There the soil is frozen for most of the year and summers are brief. We said it already about the it's higher than I said deciduous forest, coniferous forest. Deciduous forest is basically in mild areas. Coniferous forest is pretty much north already, so pretty cold already. Coniferous forest was already said is frozen a lot of time. Deciduous forest is moderate, not so much freezing, basically never, or a few only short in winter. So we're having deciduous forest basically all year plus, and then we're having the coniferous forest. There's a long cold, much cold for long periods, and now we're having tundra, that is more north, and after that comes just the ice. Okay, there the soil is frozen for most of the year and summers are brief. Bitter persistent winds sweep down from the North Pole. So, long winters, short summers, and the wind sweeping down from the North Pole. Polar plants are adapted to this harsh environment. So there are plants which are called polar plants because they're growing close to the polar. They are usually compact and wind resistant. Compact and wind resistant, so compact and resistance against the wind. They are able to grow on the sandy, often unstable soil, much of which is debris left by retreating northern ice sheets. So the ice sheets are there, and when they are retreating, I don't know if it happens every year or just when an ice age goes back, and there's no debris lying. This is sandy, unstable soil, and on that, these compact and wind resistant, harsh environment adapted polar plants are growing. The plants complete their life cycle in a short time, some of them in only 3 to 4 weeks. So very short. So we have deciduous forest that's basically 11 months or 10 or 11 months plus degrees. And when the coniferous forest, it was not said how long, but half a year frost, maybe a bit more than half a year frost. And now we're having tundra, basically just 3-4 weeks for a plant to have its cycle or something. So just 2-3 months, very short. And the rest not autumn or spring, but basically minus winter. The coniferous forest gradually diminishes northward, and the tundra proper only stunted trees, usually Arctic willows or birk, will grow. So the coniferous forest gets less and less, and when less trees are growing, there are just some Arctic willows or the birk. Dwarf shrubs abound, and these include the cranberry of North America and the cloudberry of Norway. So it's some type of shrubs, the cranberry and cloudberry. There are rock encrusting lesions. Rock encrusting lesions, so lesions growing on rocks, very small things. And many different mosses. So there are mosses and lesions, so basically mosses, just as plants, like a firm film, basically just. In addition, there are some 800 to 900 flowering plants, such as the Arctic poppy and moss campion. So there are flowers, mosses, lesions, Arctic willows, and birches. The plants form complex patterns in detail. For small differences in drainage, slope gradient, and aspect greatly affect the type of vegetation. I don't know what drainage is. That is water drainage. So we're saying how much water is there. So how much water is there? How the slope has a gradient, and also other things are having a great effect on the type of vegetation. Where I think they're saying is you can go 100 meters on, and there are different types of flowers blossoming. In many areas, the summer brings flooding. The surface soil thaws out during the long summer days, but the water cannot drain away because of the permanently frozen subsoil. Okay, it is so cold there that the ground, a bit underneath the ground, is all the time frozen, permanently frozen. But there are long days. The days are then almost 24 hours long with the sun. There's basically no night in the summer. And the ground is thawing. There's no water, but underneath the ground there is still ice, so the water is not going away. So there's a lot of flooding. That was the climatology part. In the next part, we're going to read it all again, and we try to make a presentation out of these informations. If you stay here and participate in the martial arts basics training, we're going to do on this one leg, pull it up, and the breathing mushroom. Up. Take the leg at the ankle and tuck the tail on it. Upper leg. One leg to the side, the train stop, stretch the inner side of the leg. To the other side. And go from side to side. And back. And now a few lunges. In front with the right leg, knee down, back. Left leg in front, knee down. Right leg and left leg. And now the shovel snow blow, knee up and back. 1, 2, 3 steps, up and back. And one more. And now stretch kicks. Hand out and kick against it. 1, 2, 3, hand out, kick. And one last one. And now the frog. Knee up and back, up and in, up and back, and in. And again. And the last round. And now question kicks. Leg up and down, up and in, up and back, up and down. And lunge kicks. I'm going to kick now close to the camera. Right leg in front, knee down, and kick. And back. So left leg in front, knee down, and kick. And right leg in front, knee down, kick. Left leg in front, and kick. And right leg, and kick. And last one, left leg, kick. And squat kicks. Squat and kick. Squat and kick. You can do wider squats. And last one. And now squat, Kleshkin kick. Squat, Kleshkin kick. And swing kicks. Swing, kick. 1, 2, 3. Swing, kick. 1, 2, 3. Kick. And the last one. And now 12 push-ups. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the tailbone in and down. Number 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 6, 7, 8, and let's call it 9 and 10, 11, 12. And the stretching. One heel to the ground, pull the toes in. To the left foot, pull in, right pull in, middle and move from left to right. Other foot, pull in, right pull in, left pull in, middle and move from left to right. And one leg up. Other one. Take the leg at the ankle. And the other one. Legs apart, breathing out. And breathe out. In and out. Out. Breathe in and close the legs. And breathe again out. It goes well. Martial arts basics training. I thank you very much, and next time.